Hey there, it's Mel C, and this is the Six Figure Chicks podcast. Quick, powerful conversations with women making six figures and beyond. It's a real talk, big wins, and no fluff. Just 15 minutes to get inspired and get you on the go. Together we rise, together we change lives. Hey there, welcome back to Six Figure Chicks podcast. Mel C here, joined by the most amazing lady I met just a few days ago, Charise King. Thank you so much for joining us.
And thank you so much, Mel. I appreciate you and the time that you're taking out for me to be on your podcast. It's an honor. Thank you so much.
Yes, and I love how, the circles of influence just, are combined by the powerful people that we associate with. And
Correct.
Yeah, being on that panel was a game changer. I have so many new friends, including you. So
thank you.
Why don't you just tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Sure, definitely. I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri. I now live in Arizona. Been here 11 years. The thing about it is my career that I've had is a real estate broker. And so I was a preferred realtor for Chase as for short sales. And I still do those. I'm known as a short sale lady. I'm the owner broker of my own company, Exodus Property Solutions, licensed in Missouri and Kansas and Arizona. So I specialize in that, but I do more than just that. I help people figure out their goals and dreams for real estate, either be downsizing, if there's a distressed property, helping them walk through the life changes of going through that and getting into the next position. And in that, what has happened is after I moved here, I brought my mother here and I took care of her until she passed. There were some life tragedies that prompted me to come here to Arizona. But as that is the story of what happened to me for me to be better and to encourage other people going through grief and transitions and betting on themselves, even when it doesn't make sense. So now I am the owner of What She Said Productions. And so I have gotten into acting. I'm an author, podcast. I do voiceover, and I am your external cheerleader to help you trust your internal thoughts towards you. So I have a book called Sir, I'm Not Her. She's Not Me. We're Not the Same. That's my latest book. And this is about my own personal stories where sometimes I second guess myself or I allow people to protect their insecurities or their images on me. And what was it about me that made them do that? And what did I accept? So again, now, sir, I'm not her. She's not me. We're not the same. So we don't do that anymore. We want you to trust your internal thoughts towards you. I'm your cheerleader for that, to help you with that.
Yay. I'm getting excited over here just listening to you. And I love that title. Like, I just love how it flows off your tongue of like, yes, you are so confident in sharing about that. So with that said, the excitement, let's share something that not a lot of people know about you.
Well, it would be funny. So, and this is a part of a chapter in the book. A lot of people don't know that I did not go to the 5th grade.
What? Tell me a little bit about that.
So when I was in Kansas City, at one time in Kansas City, the public schools were going through a strike. And they had said that I had a learning disability, but I realize now as you get older, it's not that I had a learning disability. I probably just learned differently. And so and sometimes people are not equipped to teach that way because they've only been equipped to teach one way. So anyway, they went through a strike for a little while. And when we went back to school, they put me back in the 3rd grade. Well, some things happened farther down the line. My mother sent us to go visit my father for like a week or two. Well, it ended up being that we stayed for a year because whatever it is, my mother needed us to stay with my dad. And so I remember going to ride in the car, my sister and my dad, and he was like, well, what grade are you going to? And I'm like, the 5th. And he was like, for your age, what? And we get there, he's like, that don't make sense. And he's like, I don't have stupid children. What's going on? So when we were getting ready to enroll, the lady said, what grade? And I said, he's like, no, put her in the 6th grade. He's like, no, put her in the 6th grade. I don't have any illiterate, stupid children. Put her in the 6th grade. I don't know what you guys are talking about. And from there on, and the funny thing about it, with his coaching and homework and helping with that, I excelled in math and different things so sometimes it's just about the focus and the confidence. And so with that being said, I realized that when you have someone as a child and you have an adult sticking up for you, it makes you stand up a little straighter. You have a little bit more confidence because it's like, oh, he believes in me, so I can do it. You can do it. Words and thoughts of yourself So I've never been in the fifth grade. I don't know nothing about it.
You probably didn't miss that much.
Probably not. I don't think so. Not if I was excelling in grades and math and everything. All that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's connecting to adulthood because we say a lot often of like it depends on what rooms you're in, of like how you're going to excel, meet new people, network, grow your businesses. You have to make sure that you're in the right rooms.
Right.
And that was the case for you. You just had to be in the right city and
The
be
right
around the right
room, right
people.
seat. Yes, exactly. And so did very well in class and things of nature.
Yeah.
It made me confident that where I wanted to stay, raise my hand to answer questions and things of that nature. So about a bit confidence. Yes.
I love that. So then talking about business, maybe your current business or the business that you got back into, like what's a big challenge that you've had to face yourself?
Well, being here in Arizona, although I have got a lot of community of people, and so I am a solo entrepreneur. Not that I really want to be. I think though it's a twofold when you've had so much experience and you have the ability to be very unconventional and flexible, and to go into another company is great. But you see some things a different way because you have a different experience, and so you don't want to really be restricted. Or so being a solopreneur is like you want to be a part of the team is great. However, also when you know that you have the ability to bring your own business, you don't want to also give more compensation when you're bringing the business. So marketing, doing all those, trying to do everything all on your own. So that's the thing, having the right tribe and knowing how to interview to get the right people that can work with you.
Yeah. So what would be something that you would say to somebody else that's facing kind of the same problems?
Well, if you haven't been in the business, well, if you have been in the business, it's knowing that where are you, because you could be sometimes your own weapon formed against you. You could end up hurting yourself by being a solo entrepreneur. So making sure that you don't make any hasty decisions out of, because compensation is great, but if you're not getting anything as well. However, if you've given something a try and you're not getting any more business, it's almost like I might as well go ahead and go back, do what I was doing, and just keep on marketing and networking and building relationships. So just knowing that, and then you don't have to always be on a team, on another team. You just have to build your community who people can support you independently. So building those great relationships and asking for help outside of being connected with another company unless you wanted to stay with or solo. So that you have to know those things, making wise decisions.
Yeah. And for those people starting out, like maybe the younger people, kind of you thinking back to your younger self, like
Mhm.
what would you tell her? What kind of advice would you give your younger self?
Uh, you don't know it all. Listen to someone who's had some experience. The only thing I think now that is different is we have more technology. So that's great. And you can always Google and ask AI, but it's still nothing like the human experience and touch and wisdom, because
Mm,
the AI is not going to get it all. I mean, so making sure you have a good mentor that is going to give you wise counsel, and make sure that you have someone that's really, really looking out for your best interest, and listen to them. And sometimes it is not even always the chronological age, because there's a lot of people that are younger, they have some wisdom as well. So you just got to really listen to what it is that you're getting and making sure that is a good fit. And there's some information you keep and some information you trash,
hmm
or you use it for what not to do.
Yeah, most definitely. Ask
Hmm.
questions. I always say, like, the worst thing somebody can tell you is no,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
most definitely. So getting back into business, like we're all kind of in a crowded marketplace in whatever industry you're in. What's one thing that you do that helps you stand out from the crowd?
Well, for far as both the real estate and the book business, my real estate is like, so I'm a short sale specialist. So one thing about it for me is, and I'm not saying any other real, I'm saying from my own experience, I got into short sales because it happened to me.
Mm,
So I can sit across the table with someone, a family member, someone say, I understand it seems humiliation. You don't know, you're scared, you're vulnerable. What's the next step? I can say, I've been through this, and these are the steps I had to take. And I can also say, my close ratio is 97%. It's very rare that I didn't get a short sale approved and closed, or sometimes if it's been on too long, a deed in lieu. Far as my book, Sir, I'm Not Her, She's Not Me, We're Not the Same, and Faith is Zona. This is the book about me moving from Kansas City to here and what I had to go through and the power of trusting myself and believing in myself. I can say truly, this is where I have the receipts of from 11 years ago to where I am now. Experiences. So sometimes when someone say they're taking care of a loved one or they lost a loved one through tragedy of homicide, as I did, or trying to take care of a loved one and start a business and work a full-time job, all those things are being overwhelmed and overextended. Of those things, I can say I can attest to that, so I can relate. So that makes me more relatable. It gives me wisdom and confidence. It gives me someone that they can share where they can tell me what they're going through, and I can say, yeah, I get it, I understand. And I can use my wisdom and my experience to guide them through that, to continue
Yeah.
to still believe in yourself, even when you don't know. Because every time you take a step, another step comes, another step, another step, another step, and you work through it.
Yeah, most definitely. I love this. I love your confidence because I can really see you just walking into any room, with one or both of your books in hand and really making an impact on other people that
Mm-hmm.
may need you at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And just for other people to know that, yeah, they're not alone. There are
Right.
so many of us that have gone through those different times of their life.
Mm-hmm.
And we're
Exactly.
here to help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I love all the energy. So what's one song that you use to like get jazzed up, get pumped up if you're like down with workloads and just not feeling it, turn on a music.
Well, there's a song by Ledisi, Ledisi, is The Good Life. She said, "Love will cover me. Love it. I'm living. I'll throw up my hands. Thank you for this life. Thank you for blessing me. The good life." So you have to listen to it. It's a good song. So when I hear it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? You know, I'm living the good life, and no matter what I'm going through. So that's a really good song. I like it, and it's an upbeat tempo song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, it gets you in the mood because you have to get out of that headspace. Because if you stay in that headspace, you start ruminating over all the negative things and self-defeating things and things of that nature. But it'll start making you think of all the good things of where you've come from and where you're going, and planting the seeds of belief and speaking those things into existence, because we have the power to have the opportunity to have the life that we have now. Sometimes there may be some trajectory that may get us thrown off or some distractions, but think about getting back on track and knowing that you are still living a good life, because there's somebody who's looking at me or you saying, I wish I was in their shoes,
Mhm.
but they don't know what it's like to be in those shoes.
Right. They don't know what we are doing after we turn this interview off. Like you're going to finish dinner. I'm getting on
Mhm.
other meetings. I still got
Mhm.
to cook dinner.
Yes, yes, and pray to God that hopefully she'll find a house today and they'll
Right.
accept the offer. Yes, don't lowball. I'm like, I got another one. I'm like, you can't keep lowballing because you see this is not working. It's not working.
I know. And you just got to put it out there. Like she's going to get a house. That's
Hmm.
it.
She's already excited. She's like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm like, good, great.
Keep that excitement.
Yes. Hmm.
Wonderful. Well, I just love you. And I'm so blessed to be a part of your life now.
Thank
Where
you.
can people find you online? What's the best place?
Well, I have quite a few social media platforms, but if you want my email, it is Charise, Charise @whatshesaid.biz. And my website is www.whatshesaid.biz. That's what she said.biz is the same for my LinkedIn. I have Instagram, and I have Facebook, and that's chatting and chilling with Lady Charise. I also do have my regular Charise King page, and you'll see my logo. My logo, if you guys can see, it looks like that. That's my
Mhm.
logo. Um, that, and then I have my Exodus Property Solutions Facebook page, also on Instagram as well. So it's a lot of different places. You can Google me and look me up. Sure, if there's people across United States, even if they're going through a situation where they need to give it to their home and they have an agent and they if their agent is not familiar with short sales, I can also do a consultation and work with them through the process. If they're here in Missouri and Arizona, Kansas, and Missouri, I do still work and have an active license. I can help them, but I do traditional sales, land, commercial, downsizing, upsizing, those things. But I really, really, really am excited about this book here. I've had a good reviews, so I'm working on the journal and the workbook to start hosting one-on-one sessions or coaching sessions for those people who are uh, doubting themselves, not trusting themselves, going outside of them always to say, what do you think? What do you think? And that's fine. It's good to get wise counsel, but sometimes the best counsel is you. And I say that because when I moved here, I remember the week before I moved here, my uncle said, well, we're going to have a conversation about that. And I said, it's not up for conversation. It's time for me to go. No, because you have to put the oxygen mask on you for you so that you can go back and help others. And that's what I did for staying here, getting prepared and getting set up so that I can go back and get my mother eventually so I could take care of her. So some things are not up for discussion, and it doesn't have to make sense. It has to make faith.
I love that. Some things are not up for discussion.
No, it's up for discussion.
Yes. So we'll share all your information so everyone can find you easily on whatever platform they're on. Charise, thank you so much for joining me.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you. And hey, reach out to me, real estate or empowering, thought-provoking, trusting yourself, believing in yourself when going through different life changes to keep on going forward. Again, I'm Charise, www.whatshesaid.biz or Charise@whatshesaid.biz. Email me, reach out to me, inbox me, and I'll be more than happy to assist you either way. Thank you so much.
Yes, you heard it there, guys. So remember, together we rise, together we change lives.
That's right. All right. Okay. Remember, I'm your external cheerleader to help you trust your internal thoughts towards you. All right. Oh, I didn't tell. If you want to get the book experience, you can read. You got the mug and the teapot and the two books, and this could be signed. So read the book, get the tea while sipping tea. Okay. Inbox me and I'll send it to you, and I'll let you know the cost. Have a good day. Thank you so much.